What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Wall Street PR. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the company known as LTRY.com. Ticker symbol, as seen by my cursor in the top left of your screen, is LTRY. And as you guys can see, they are trading at a pretty severe discount right now, down from their high of $17.50, and this was back on November 8th of 2021. You can see a massive and drastic sell-off that pushed them all the way down to about $4.52 before hitting a low of $3.48 recently, and they are kind of curling back upwards now at the price of $3.93. As always, I'm going to give a background and overview of the company, what they do, some recent news catalysts, and things like that to give you a better overall picture of the company and their projected future. You can see over here, this is their official website that you guys can look up on your own. It's just called LTRY.com. Next, I want to go over some of the recent news articles that did actually come out today. You can see this one is titled LTRY.com shares rise 10% after T-Mobile advertising deal. So this did come out today. This is the reason we saw this little spike as indicated by the chart. You can see that green candle right there. That's the reason we saw that move back up. You can see a pretty dramatic jump here on the RSI indicator, and that's because of the news of that T-Mobile advertising deal. But next, the main part of this video, I want to go over this article. It kind of gives you a full background on the company, the sector as a whole, and why they can be a winning ticket in more than a $430 billion sector. If we scroll down here, you can see when markets decline, best practices are to find companies selling products consumers can't do without. That would include household items, entertainment, food, and lottery tickets. Wait, lottery tickets? Absolutely. Yes, instant riches, the adrenaline rush of the number of postings, and taking part in a game that dates all the way back to the founding fathers hasn't lost its luster, and the better news technology has given birth to an online lottery, allowing companies in the right market at the right time to tap into a more than $430 billion global lottery ticket sale opportunity, and LTRY.com is ideally positioned to be one of those two benefits. This next part I think is very important. You can see, granted, that the massive market isn't entirely in play just yet on the digital side. In 2021, only about 7% of lottery tickets were sold online, but obviously that's the good news when evaluating the LTRY investment proposition, as it leaves plenty of space for the company to score potentially exponential near and long-term growth. If only 7% of all lottery tickets were sold online last year, obviously the world as a whole is converting into more digitally based transactions and buys and sells for literally everything. This could be seen as a good thing for LTRY.com because they sell purely online. Only 7% of the tickets were sold online. Obviously, we do expect that number to continue to grow and grow up pretty dramatically in the next few years to come. Next, you can see while the 2021 ticket sales market represented a roughly $2.3 billion opportunity, 2022 is expected to usher in legal sales in at least 6 new markets, which will likely add an appreciable multiple to that already multi-billion-dollar opportunity, and that spike indeed bodes well for LTRY. Also, if we look down here, you can also see that that current $2.3 billion number in terms of those sales does represent the U.S. Opportunity. And globally, online ticket sales are expected to eclipse $14.5 billion by 2026. And while LTRY.com is currently focused on the United States markets, international expansion certainly isn't off the table. And in fact, LTRY.com has made clear its intention to become the preferred, trusted, and most credible marketplace for legally available games to consumers worldwide. In other words, selling into a market 530% higher than its current is already in its own revenue generating crosshairs. Down here, you can see that LTRY.com did score over $32 million in revenue, which on a year-over-year basis was an increase of over 1,900% in terms of that total percentage. And not only that, gross profit followed that lead, reaching more than $20 million in the same period, which is obviously fantastic. That kind of growth is very exciting, and that's exactly what you want to see as a current or prospective investor in LTRY.com. And the next, you can see down here, it says it gets better. Net income rocketed higher as well, turning a $1.2 million loss to a positive $11.2 million in the comparable period. Lastly, to close things out, I am going to head back over here to this Webull chart. If we go ahead and zoom in, you can see this drop right here, the big pullback. I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, is due to the fact that they did have earnings, which is indicated by this little E right here. The earnings came out. Some people weren't too happy with them, and then they jumped or pulled back, I should say, all the way back down. They bounced down here, they pulled back lower alongside the rest of the market, and they are currently looking for a reversal. Firstly, guys, if I zoom out all the way, you can see this price range is the lowest they've ever been since they've been listed, and I do think that this is an absolute steal at this price, considering the fact that they are, in my opinion, a high growth stock that is pretty undervalued here at this price of $3.93. If we take a look over here as well, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit further, then out right there. My first price target for LTRY.com is going to be something like this. I do think it'll be a broader, longer based move all the way up to about $7. That's going to be my first price target for LTRY.com. That's a level they hit in the past multiple times. I do think it's a level that they will regain in the next few months. And once they break that, I do think they will be well on their way back up to about $10, $11 per share. I think that's a fair value price target for LTRY.com. So given the fact that they are just shy of $4 right now, this gives you over 100% potential returns if they do hit that short-term price target of about $10 per share, which I do personally do think will happen in the next few months, in the next few years, if everything does go well. But with that said, guys, be sure to do your own research before investing. Only invest what you can afford to lose. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next one.